Hello and welcome. This is Tagged Thanks to Head and Shoulders. I'm Sarah Rowe. This is Sarah Hosking. And for the first time in the flesh, we have M. O'Driscoll.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Thanks for having me, girls. I feel like in the red, in the hot seat, and it's a great start. So thanks, Rowie, for introducing me.
How has it been being here for Grand Final week?
No, I know I'm cutting in because
You do this all the time. Now,
Rowie,
this is going to be what the whole episode is about.
I'm like, my mouth's moving.
Can everyone stop? Because I've brought in a talking stick. Because I worked out that obviously we all can't shut up. So I think it's very important that today it's a wooden spoon.
It's ironic that you are holding the
Shut up, Rowie.
Yeah, perfect. Is she going to have it the whole time?
Do you know what? I didn't even do this on purpose. We're currently in AFL House in the recording studio, and I just went straight to the kitchen to find whatever I possibly could that would work as a talking stick, and this is what I came up with.
Well, when you brought that in, I thought it was going to be bottom of the ladder or I was going to get a spanking.
Well, take your pick.
I think talking stick, appropriate.
Okay, I think it needs to come over this way first.
Okay.
It's my turn to ask the question. How has it been being here at the week of Grand Final?
It's not a microphone.
She's got it vertical. It's been fantastic. I've absolutely loved it. Obviously, the atmosphere around Melbourne the week of the Grand Final is phenomenal at the best of times. But the girls have absolutely loved it. Like, we were able to actually attend the Grand Final on Saturday as well. So to be able to play Friday night and then roll into the Grand Final Saturday, it was electric. And 100,000 people. Wow.
It's incredible. Is this your first time being down for the Grand Final?
No, sorry.
Talking stick.
No, it's actually not. So every single year we're in Melbourne for a week to limit our travel. So we stay for a week, and every year they've said, this might be the last time you get to do it. I've done it 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
And I've had no complaints. It's been incredible.
Well, talking about the Grand Final week, it's been massive. So we did a live tagged show at the Grand Final footy. It was, the Footy Fest. So it was amazing. We had great fun and spoke everything football, but then of course I was up to my mischief as usual, and you have to have a little think about, hens style games. So I got the girls, Geordie and Grace Egan in particular on this occasion, we had a tissue box and I filled them with ping pong balls. So strapped that around their waist. And then I played Shakira, Hips Don't Lie or something like that. So I want you to think. So they were in a competition having to shake around. It was the first person to empty their tissue box with all the ping pong balls.
Like a minute to win a game.
Yes, exactly that, except it probably took them 3 minutes.
Okay.
So
I somehow escaped the game, actually.
Yeah, I know. You have a really good way of getting out of things, Rowie. I don't know if it's that beautiful smile of yours. But
I heard it's because Rowie's actually in September Club and she's got her pinky to the sky.
Hey, yeah.
So is this? Let's talk about that.
It's a yearly occurrence now. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I've been there. Well, apart from the year that the Pies made it to the Grand Final, I've been at September Club. Yeah, have you ever been?
And how much are tickets?
Apparently, I've heard
3,000.
Apparently, somehow I was
but Rowie's never had to pay.
TGI, the best management company in the AFL, somehow managed to sneak me a ticket.
3,000.
Apparently, it's like the races in there, guys. Like, honestly, you need to go. Did I pronounce that wrong?
No. Also, Rowie's like saying you need to go as if there's there's a list, mate.
Yeah.
I'd be lucky to be a waitress at that event.
Hosco, I'll sneak you in next year. Just like get my wristband, slip it into you, and then you can come in.
You've probably got 5 tickets in your back pocket, mate. That's how valued you are as a person and a player.
Look, I don't know how I managed to get in there, but I have been there the last few years, and it is an incredible event, and I hope to be there next year. But we have to talk about the event of the weekend, which was not the 100 games by Ebony Marinoff, not the 100 games by Ali Anderson, but the 75 games by Sarah Hosking. That just somehow slipped under the radar. We have to congratulate you, first of all. But Hosko, tell us about your weekend.
No, my weekend was fantastic. We went to Brisbane, obviously played Brisbane up there in Ipswich. Was my 75 games. I hate attention, of course. So,
of course.
All the pump up that was around me and just
videos
for
floating
me.
around.
Videos, yeah. It was
highlights, don't want to see it.
Horrific. I hate when photos of me get posted everywhere. So, no, it was good. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win because apparently our chemistry is off, Rowie. I've got a bone to pick with you about
Go
that.
on.
I want to hear this.
Well, so
From you first. Then Rowie.
Last week, I am defenseless. I'm not on tagged episode last week. Rowie and Geordie decided to have a dig at my beloved Richmond Tigers because, yes, we're having a struggling season at the moment. We haven't won a game, but she decided to say that we
You're
lacked...
not helping yourself. You still have the wooden spoon.
I've got the wooden...
Yeah.
Watch it.
The cutoff was brilliant, though.
So essentially they both said that we lack chemistry. Okay. Now, Rowie, I find it a bit rich because coming from Collingwood, now you were in this exact position last year. Now, can you confirm? Did you lack chemistry?
I can confirm that was true, and maybe karma has come from so maybe it has. I'm going to just accept responsibility for that, and I own my, put my wrongs right.
I'm going to speak my truth here and say that I actually think it should be illegal for both you and Geordie to be on the podcast together because you play at the same club, number one.
Thank you.
Yes.
Number two, I'm scared of Hosco. She would follow me home, so I need to just play my cards right here.
Yes.
But the second thing is that I forgot what I was going to say.
It's been a long day.
No, the karma. Sorry, I was bringing it back to that.
Yeah.
I feel like you make a comment like that, Rowie, and then what happened on the weekend is you actually copped the wooden spoon from the Western Bulldogs.
Your turn. You're welcome. Here you go. Here is the gift.
Yeah, for the first time ever, I probably don't have much to say. And
she's using a pick here.
She's using it as a microphone.
But guys, you also lost, and so did you. So there's 3 losers at this table. So I don't think any of us can speak.
Okay, so that's enough. Back to me because it was my 75th. Yeah. Now we didn't get the win, but I have a story.
Do you feel the chemistry was good though?
Chemistry was great. It was like first half. Don't get me wrong. We had chemistry was amazing.
Game is 4 quarters.
We got our Bunsen burners out. We were whipping it up. Well, trust me. Yeah, Bunsen burners. The girls were on. I'm telling you. Now, don't get me wrong. 4 quarters.
Is this a running joke in the changing room?
No, not at all. We're coming for you. But okay, can you stop talking because I got the spoon. So I've got a good story because this chemistry, I think, starts at the top, and this is where culture starts. It starts at the top. So on our way home from Brisbane, now the whole team flies together, obviously. So we're all slowly.
Oh, sorry, don't look at me. We fly every second week. Oh, yeah. Look at Rowie.
Yeah. We haven't flown yet.
Yeah. This is where the imbalance is. So we're flying home. We're all boarding the plane, and half the team's on the plane. And all of a sudden, I walk past first row, Shane Dunn, Richmond CEO. Now he has seat 1C on the plane, so the first seat on the plane. And I stopped and I said to Dunny, I was like, Dunny, what are the odds you swap seats with me? And I said, hey, you know what are the odds how you play it? Yeah, so if I present to you, you have to pick a number and then you count down from 3.
What did you go out of?
Well, I asked him and I don't think he knew how to play. So he said 6. So he said 1 in 6.
Right.
So if we picked the same number, he would then have to move. And he goes, oh, what seat are you sitting in? 13F.
At least it's like window, isn't it?
It's window, yeah. So he would have had a window seat. So we've counted down. Caitlin Greiser's behind me, and she's looking at me like 1 in 6. These are pretty good odds. Yeah. So off she goes. 3, 2, 1. On the count of 3, 2. Both of us said 2. So I've looked at him. I've cheered, and I'm genuinely like, he's not going to do this. Up he gets out of his seat, grabs his backpack from the top of the from the head row, marches his way down to 13F, and who does he have to sit next to? The poor bugger, Maddie Shevlin.
No.
So
he would have quizzed him the whole way home too.
So I am like, and I did. I don't know. For a second, I questioned whether or not I should accept the fact that I'm sending the CEO of Richmond Football Club back to 13F, and then I thought, you know what? Stuff it. I'm only here for a couple more years, probably. If I'm lucky, I'm going to make the most of this. So I sat there with my beef ragu. It was delicious.
That's culture, though.
Yeah, but that is culture. Good Samaritan to do that. Yeah. I would have been I'm not getting. I would be glued to that.
No, but then also don't go in the bet then.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I offered him $50 too. So it was, either or.
It cost a bit more than $50 that seat.
I know. Well, on the club.
Is that in business then?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and I was the first person off the plane too. So.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Do you also have rules about where players sit when you do fly though? Do you have top dogs in exit rows?
No. Okay. So I should mention 13F is an exit row. So I'm not sending him to the back of the stalls next to the toilet seat. Like he at least had a bit of extra leg room.
Yeah. Well, we don't really fly that much, so I actually don't know too much about this chat.
And when Rowie flies, she's only on an Airbus, not a Boeing 737. God forbid.
There's another part of tags that we all love. It's Hosco's hot seat. This week, it's AFL's very own Gemma Bastiani.
Now, when Gem came on the show, I'm telling you, this hot sauce is hot. She didn't even flinch, not once. She kept the conversation going the entire time, and I cannot believe the response that she had.
Hey, I'm Gemma Bastiani. I'm an AFLW analyst for the AFL and the ABC, and I generally like spicy food.
Gem, welcome and thank you for joining me on Hosco's Hot Seat, where I will be asking you some hot and spicy questions. It's simple. Do you have to answer the questions? No. But if you don't, I have a lovely bowl of corn chips in front of me. You will dip them in some of Hosco's hot sauces and take a big mouthful.
Fine.
All right, let's crack into it. Simple start, easy question. In the AFLW so far, which team has been the most disappointing?
You want me to lose my job, don't you?
Well, of course, I will play devil's advocate.
How would you feel if I said Richmond?
That's not the question. The question is which team has been the most disappointing team in the AFLW so far?
All right.
You can't. This is brilliant.
Again, don't want to lose my job. That's not that much.
Right? Oh, yeah, good.
There you go.
There we go. We love those that play the game properly. This is a good one. If you had to give an award for the best AFLW boss in the history of AFLW, Nicole Livingston.
Not even letting you finish the question. No.
What is the single best thing about AFLW?
AFLW is the only thing I care about in life, essentially, is where we're at. I think it's the best sport for women in the country in terms of athletic profile. Mm-hmm. So it gives women with really specific athletic profiles the chance to show in a 360 game what they're made of. Plus, I love that we have 18 teams, so every club has their team to represent them at the moment. So we're obviously coming into the 10th season. Expansion, all that sort of stuff has made some things a little bit difficult in the past, but I think we're now on a trajectory with the talent coming through in a really good spot to go forward.
This one's a bit juicy.
Okay.
What is the single biggest thing that AFLW has got wrong so far?
I think there's been an assumption that everything in the men's game will automatically transfer across to the women's game, and that isn't necessarily true. We've seen in terms of the fans that we have who is invested in W, but also the fact that W fans are generally fans of the comp, not just their team. So I think it's taken a little while to tap into that idea, and then obviously finding a space in the year where people can then get used to it. They always know that it's coming up at that part in the men's. So you can get really excited, you can plan your life around it. I think that's something we've missed in W so far, but hopefully with the changes recently, it means that we've got some consistency on the schedule as well.
Which I like, but I also love that this segment is a quick fire question.
Oh, sorry.
So
I was never told that.
Fantastic answer, but what I'm going to do, because that was a lot, we've got some more hot sauce, and this time I'm double dipping you. So
it's going to taste disgusting.
The thing is, I am absolutely mind blown right now because you are not even flinching. And now you either have a really good poker face or you're covering it up quite well.
It's not too bad. That's the hottest one.
I can't with you. This is too good. All right, so who is the best AFLW commentator?
I think play-by-play, it's probably Ben Waterworth at the moment. But there are a lot of really good ones out there. Specials, I'm going to say myself because I do it. So that's an easy answer,
good.
right?
I'll give you that. That is an easy answer. Who's the worst?
Who's the worst? Yep. Yeah, I'm going to do it. They're my colleagues.
No,
I can't.
No, so like I said, I want to see a trifecta here.
All three?
All three at once, please. And some healthy amount.
But it's about taste, isn't it?
I haven't even seen you flinch.
It's just going to taste gross. It's not about the spice.
But the spice comes through with all of them, surely. Can you give me, like, describe a little bit of what's happening right now?
They all taste different. Actually, that's quite sweet, that one.
Who is the most overrated player in the league?
Can I say you?
No, you can't. Well, you can, but do you know what Hosco's hot sauce rules is that I get to dish it out. So if you say, are you saying me?
No, I would never say you.
Good. Well, Gemma Bastiani, thank you very much for joining me on Hosco's Hot Seat. You've just been hot seated. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Honestly, Em, I don't think you understand when everyone comes into Hosco's hot seat, we get them to sign a waiver because it's that hot. Broden Kelly was also on prior to Gemma Bastiani, and he was sick for 2 days straight.
No, and like proper gagging, unwell, vomit.
Genuine. Like
No, I couldn't deal with
Stomach
it. I was
cramps.
like, no, she was eating it as if it was like ketchup.
Seriously, it was.
That is crazy. I've got no words. All I can say is that I'm not good with hot sauce, so never put me in the hot seat. The hotels have already done it to us because every time we travel, for some reason they think curry's an awesome idea 2 days out. But you know what? I reckon it makes me run faster. So hotel toilet hates to see me coming.
Spare change of undies. On that note,
God, every time.
on that note, it's time to go head to head, thanks to Head and Shoulders. So essentially, this is where Rowie and I double down on a pop culture debate. So today's debate is around the AFL Grand Final and AFLW games. Now, should they be moved to be flexible on the week of the Grand Final? My debate is yes, because you have a look at Brisbane Lions being in the Grand Final against Geelong, and it was in Melbourne. Now, their AFLW side played Richmond yesterday, or the day before, on Sunday, up in Brisbane. So their AFLW side, their entire staff couldn't go and watch the Grand Final in Melbourne and be there as one club. They had to wait, they were up in Brisbane, and then they couldn't celebrate it properly at the time of the Grand Final.
Well, what I think on that is that sport doesn't allow for you to plan ever. There's no consistency with it. And when you sign up to play sport, you sign up to have that inconsistency. So you already know going into seasons that things are going to come up along the way. You can't just change every fixture for things that come up, particularly in the men's game, that we're always being dictated to.
Okay, but I feel like the more and more AFL goes on, the more, after we had COVID, we're being told to be flexible. So I think that it would be appropriate to have a floating fixture around the men's AFL Grand Final. Now, I understand we're AFLW, but I think we are AFL as a whole. We are one organisation, and I think it would be a perfect way to make sure that there's a floating fixture. In this case, Brisbane could have come down. Imagine them having a game prior to the Grand Final.
Yeah, but does the women's game always have to be the curtain raiser for the men's? If you think about the weekend, you think about, the men's game was on, but also the Brisbane fans who couldn't travel down for the game, they had 4,000 supporters on Sunday, so they got footy either way. So sometimes it did work out for some people.
Atmosphere was great up in Brisbane, I can guarantee that. I was there, but I'm thinking...
The problem is you were the one who wanted to be in Melbourne, and this is why you're so strong on this debate.
Okay, Miss September Club. No, as AFLW as a whole, we need to get bums on seats in order to grow the league. So I don't care what you say. I think that there would have been a huge atmosphere. There were over 100,000 people at this Grand Final. The footy precinct in Richmond area was insane. I think that would have got bums on seats in Melbourne in order for us to grow the AFLW game. And I don't care what you say, curtain raiser or not, footy is atmosphere.
He's not even giving me a voice here,
care
Driscoll,
what you
so we're going
say.
to have to throw it to you for this. What do you think?
Rowie, you put it very well, in fact.
Thank you.
However, I'm agreeing with Hosko.
Because you're afraid of Hosko. Are you agreeing with it because you agree with it or because you're afraid of her?
Both. But I do think you're talking about bums on seats, and I'm thinking, like, gather round in Melbourne here, have a floating fixture. We didn't need to play Friday night. We had no men's teams in. Instead, Brisbane girls miss out on watching their men play their grand final, yet the Cats girls could have a few beveraginos on the Saturday night because their men are in.
Yeah, agreed.
And they had a game on Thursday.
Then they can fly back to Brisbane as one whole club, and then they can celebrate with their fans in
It's
Brisbane.
2 against 1, guys. I'm never going to win the rest of
But you
this
know what,
debate.
Rowie?
Done.
We can't control that. So thank you for giving the popular opinion, because it won't actually get changed ever. But hopefully they listen to our loud voices. I do sound like Jonathan Brown right now, so hopefully that takes everything into account and they use it.
This is Tag. Thanks to Head and Shoulders. Good night.
Cool.
Bye.